Hello, and welcome to another guide video for Discipline Priests. Today I'm going to tell you about the 5 steps that I took to keep this group alive through 13 stacks of bursting. Are you ready? Let's jump right in. Step number 1. This is pay attention to how many bursting stacks you're about to get. By paying attention to how many ads are up and what their health is currently at, you can get a really excellent guess of how many stacks of bursting you're about to get. Step number 2 is if you're about to get moderate to large stacks, like anything in the 4 and above range, you will help yourself out a lot by topping your team off before the bursting stacks hit. Which brings me into step number 3. Use a healer cooldown if you need one. Barrier and Rapture are both really excellent for bursting, and Shadow Fiend is too if one of the ads will stay alive through all the bursting stacks. Shadow Fiend can also help you top your group off before the bursting stacks hit if you need it. With Barrier, it will do a lot more damage reduction if it is popped before all the bursting stacks hit, and with Rapture, you can get a really huge bubble on your entire team before the bursting stacks, which puts you ahead on healing during the bursting stacks and makes it a lot more easy to deal with huge bursting stacks. Tip number 4 is call for personals and darkness if you need it. This is a lot easier to do if you're in Discord with your group, but even if you're not, you can pay attention to who is using their cooldowns and prioritize your spot healing on people who are not using their cooldowns or who are out of cooldowns. If you want a weak aura that will put the cooldown that people are using on their party frames, I have linked it in the description below. Tip number 5. This might be the most important one. I had always swapped to Holy from Discipline on every single bursting week before I discovered how incredibly helpful this talent is for dealing with bursting, and that is to use Twist of Fate if you need it. This is a lot more important if you're in pugs that are going to be giving you really high stacks when maybe you don't have a cooldown available, and who may be rolling stacks late. Twist of Fate will proc whenever your group is low, and it buffs your Shadow Mend as well. So even if you are getting pretty high stacks with absolutely nothing to atone, Twist of Fate will give your Shadow Mends a really huge buff that can be the difference between wiping and not wiping on bursting weeks. Okay, that is all I have. Happy bursting week, everyone. Bye!